Welcome to Astana Times Now. I'm your host, Dmitry Lee. In this broadcast, we'll examine the King of Jordan's receipt of the inaugural Nazarbayev Prize for Peace, the recent Syrian peace talks in Astana, and Kazakhstan's new railway line, among other stories. Let's get started. Kazakh President Nursultan Nazarbayev awarded King Abdullah II of Jordan the inaugural Nazarbayev Prize for a nuclear weapons-free world and global security during the king's November 1st visit to Kazakhstan. The Nazarbayev Prize was established in 2016 to urge international actors to more vigorously pursue a nuclear weapons-free world.
It is recognition of your merits and our hope that amidst the war in Syria and Iraq, you continue playing an important role in peacemaking, uniting people. We emphasize the special role of your country in the Middle East and in serious global processes unfolding there. Your personal role is also significant.
You mentioned, sir, that we are...
I thank you for this award on behalf of the people of Jordan. Jordan and the international community recognizes and appreciates your special role in settling the conflicts on the international arena. Not only did you set the standards in addressing the challenges in nuclear non-proliferation, but also made substantial success in building an inter-ethnic and interfaith accord as we did, and that was very important.
The two leaders also discussed terrorism and religious extremism, the progress of the Syrian peace talks in Astana, as well as economic issues and trade during their meeting in the Kazakh capital.
The King of Jordan praised Kazakhstan for hosting the Astana Process Syrian peace talks in the Kazakh capital. The talks have resulted in de-escalation zones in Syria and are meant to support UN-sponsored peace talks in Geneva. On trade, the Kazakh president said high transportation are one cause of declining bilateral trade. Both leaders agreed that transportation routes need to be expanded.
Negotiators in the 7th Astana Process Syrian peace talks, which ended October 30th, focused on humanitarian issues and adherence to previously established de-escalation zones.
In a joint statement following the talks, guarantor states Russia, Turkey, and Iran highlighted their commitment to address humanitarian issues, such as the release of detainees, identification of missing persons, and handover of bodies, as well as reaffirmed adherence to de-escalation zone agreements reached during previous Astana talks.
The 826-kilometer Baku-Tbilisi-Kars railway route recently launched operations with an opening ceremony at the International Sea Trade Port in Baku. The route expands access to the Black and Mediterranean Seas for landlocked Kazakhstan.
The Baku-Tbilisi-Kars railway route is an important part of the Trans-Caspian International Transport Corridor, which connects the railway networks of Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Turkey. It opens new routes to the Black and Mediterranean Seas for Kazakhstan that will allow the country to transport up to 2 million containers per year by 2020. The first train with 82 containers of grain has already departed from Kostanay in the northern Kazakhstan to the Turkish town of Mersin.
52 new businesses worth $2 billion have launched in Kazakhstan this year. These businesses have created 4,500 jobs and have helped diversify the nation's economy.
Today, Kazakhstan exports its manufacturing products to 115 countries. Investments in the production of rubber and plastic products, computers, electronic and optical products, electrical equipment, wood and paper products, and the metallurgical industry have also increased. 72 projects are in special control. They were identified by the head of the state at the beginning of this year. A roadmap has been adopted for each of the projects. Enterprises are provided with state support measures, such as attracting investors, concluding subsoil contracts, lending through second-tier banks, and assisting in the sale of products.
A group of Chinese investors have announced plans to invest $200 million to build a solar power plant and solar panel production facility in southern Kazakhstan.
The power plant in the Otorar district will have a capacity of 100 megawatts. Kazakhstan is in the process of transitioning to a green economy, and China has announced plans to invest more than $366 billion over the next 3 years in green energy.
The British Museum in London recently sponsored an exhibit of the work of two Kazakh visual artists at the Yunus Emre Institute and the Turkic Cultural Center. The exhibits included the works of painter Davren Kastev and photographer Yevgenia Berman.
Kastev's paintings were inspired by short stories by writer Hans Christian Andersen. He also exhibited paintings of Kazakh legends created for a collection called Tales of Abdullah. He said he appreciated the opportunity to exhibit in Europe. The cultural exchange is very important in the age of globalization. The world is becoming aware about us. I think in the future we will be well known in the world. We have a lot of talented and interesting people in Kazakhstan. Berman's photos portrayed Eastern women and characters from the future film Tomiris in Kazakh national costumes. Berman said the exhibit will bring Kazakh art to a larger audience. London's famous photographers and famous Moscow photographers are well known, but there are very few people who know about Kazakhstan. We have something to show to the world, and we're working on this in Almaty and in Kazakhstan in general.
Thank you for watching Astana Times Now. Stay tuned and we'll see you next week with the latest in Kazakh news.